Hi guys, welcome. Okay, I'm back for the final uh the final live stream, and it would be really nice if I could find it. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Okay. Got it. All right, here we go. Coco, how is Kay feeling towards me tonight? Let me just move back a little bit. Oh, Dylan's right here. How is Kay feeling towards me tonight? She feels good. She feels connected to you. She feels like she's holding herself back a little bit, but justice is here, which means that um, like good karma should come in and help to straighten out this situation. She feels like a wish around this situation, like a wish is coming true. Nine of Cups is the wish card, which would indicate a wish around the situation is coming true. Nine of Pentacles is also positive, and forward movement is coming in. She feels stable about the connection. Ace of Cups. The love cup is full. Good times ahead. Let's see. What's going on here? Oh, it's this piece of hair. I thought it was the dog's tail. It's good. Okay, let's see. Liz, messages from the angels, the angel cards. Now, I was actually thinking of ordering another deck of cards, getting a new deck. Maybe I'll do that later. We'll see. Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments. You have a guardian angel. King of Fire, motivational, idealistic, ambitious, and charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision, be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Five of Air, an unwise choice. Learn what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives. Can't trust anyone. No, the cards didn't say that. I just said it. Just be careful. Laugh. Will the Sag communicate with me, and how is he feeling? Sag does communicate. There's communication coming in. He feels right now he's going through a period where things are starting to get a little bit easier on him, and he's feeling success around him. He may have been working hard recently, and he's starting to feel some payoff. He's connected to his intuition, and he's feeling very strong. So this is good, because even if you haven't spoken to him, like generally speaking, when people are in a good place, they tend to respond better. And they also tend to be in a better mood, which kind of helps make things happen. So overall, he's feeling pretty good right now, which I think is going to be helpful when it comes to communication. And I think it's also going to make the communication go smooth. I think it's good. You have good communication coming in. Adriana, whatever comes in the cards. Okay, let's see. No longer feeling stuck in the mud. Feeling like you can finally breathe a sigh of relief. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries, personal boundaries. You know, the Ace of Swords, for a lot of people, I think is an excellent card to get, especially like if you're somebody like me that kind of has a hard time setting boundaries and not allowing people to either take advantage of me, or, you know, I tend to like always give too much. When the Ace of Swords shows up, it's like you can set limits. So it's really good for personal empowerment. You're also going to have an offer in front of you here that you're not seeing. There could be an offer around that has not come in yet. It might be on its way. Things, with this pandemic, everything has kind of been a little bit delayed, but it doesn't mean forever. It just means it's delayed. Moving forward, you're no longer going to feel like you're waiting for your ship to come in. You're going to feel like finally things are starting to move in the right direction. And the last card around you is the success card. So starting to feel successful in all areas of your life. You're another one that's coming into a good time. Renee, Jay went single on Facebook. Is he really single this time? Um, 70% chance yes. Yeah, I think so. Hey, what's the matter, baby? What kind of crying is that? Felix. All right, Felix, I don't see the question yet, so I'll come back to it. Liz, why is a Gemini so distant from me? I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but there's a couple of things that's going on here. First, you've got justice, which is like karma or feeling balanced or justice around the situation. But then there's the sensation or the feeling sensation, the feeling of being betrayed by this person. And this person feels like they need to make a decision around the two of you. They feel very burdened, and there's a little bit of regret around the situation and also heartbreak. So there's something going on with this Gemini. I'm not sure what your relationship is to this person, but it looks like they're doing something, either something that they don't want you to know about, or that they would rather not discuss. It may not be anything that they're hiding. It just might be the kind of thing where if I don't have to talk about it, I'm not going to, like, well, I didn't lie, I just didn't tell you, that kind of a thing. It's something a little shady happening here. Emma. Steve from that workplace and I met up a few times as friends, and I think he wanted to pursue me, and I blew him because I wasn't attracted. Did I get the wrong idea, or what did he want out of me? How he saw things between us. All right, let's see. Steve from work. All right, baby. I think that if you would have given him a chance, he would have pursued you. But I'm not so sure that the two of you would have had a great connection. So I'm sort of leaning towards you did the right thing. The connection looks weak, and it also looks unsuccessful. The Three of Cups is here, which means it could have been a good time in the beginning, but then it looks like it either would have gotten boring, or there just wasn't going to be much of a connection there anyway. I think that he was willing to give it a shot, though, which, that's okay. It's okay. If you're not into him, you're not into him. That's okay. Sister. I saw a pic of him on social media today, and he looked so unhappy. His girlfriend posted the whole story about how they lost their... man, I'm confused. I just want to know currently, how is his relationship? Okay, let's see. It's okay. It's kind of an average relationship. It's nothing exciting. The Two of Wands is being prepared. So they participate in the relationship. There is some mutual respect, but it doesn't look like they work hard on it. And there aren't any love cards here, so it doesn't look like it's like a real passionate situation. They may have something, there may be like money stuff. Like they may do things together that require money. Nine of Pentacles, there's money around them. So they may like that aspect, that they could do things or they have money to do things, but I don't know how crazy the two of them are for one another. Chariot is in reverse too, which means that the relationship may not move forward to the next level. It may be in somewhat of a standstill. Who did I skip before? Oh, Felix. Okay. Adriana, who's thinking of me and why? There's a Leo right now that's thinking about you. That's somebody from your past. Somebody from your past is reminiscing about times that you used to have, and it would be a Leo from the past. Miss, you want to come over here? All right, let me bring you over here. You lay down over here next to me. Yeah, a Leo from the past could be an old friend. It could be somebody who you used to spend a lot of time with, or an old coworker, but they're reminiscing about old times. Okay. Do you want to come sit near me? Want to come sit near me? Okay, all right. You didn't want to rest? Okay. Oh, pardon me. Oh. You're silly. Siba. Is T a narcissistic person? Just curious, okay? There are certain characteristics that all narcissistic people have. Let me ask the cards first. Yeah, I'm gonna say they've got traits. So like there's like different levels, right? So say for example, if you had a scale of like from 1 to 10, 10 being the most narcissistic and 1 being the least, I would say that this person probably falls somewhere around a 6 or a 7. Leo is also known to be kind of self-centered. Like they like to be center stage. That's just their personality. But it's funny because it's like a spectrum with narcissism, and the same thing with empaths. Unfortunately, narcissistic people tend to manipulate empaths very easily because depending on how narcissistic you are, you may not have the ability to feel empathy. So, where like I can watch somebody cry and it will make me cry. I can't watch, that just makes me cry because I can feel it. But I'm very empathetic. My sister-in-law, I keep telling the story. I was at her house and she got a paper cut opening up an envelope and I felt that, like I could feel it. Narcissistic people don't have that ability. So they're kind of ruthless because they just don't feel pain. They don't care. Like if you've ever been in a situation where you say something mean to somebody out of anger and you feel terrible, the narcissistic person doesn't. But there are qualities that they all share that are very common. One is this person will always tell you how much everybody loves them. This is my best friend. That one's like a mother to me. This one thinks of me as a second son and bullshit. That is not true, but that's what they believe. They also believe they need to be in control. They're heavily, they have to be in control of everything. They've got to be in control of everything, and they're ruthless. So you may see some of these things. They also tend to get in between relationships. So say, for example, your best friend is a narcissist. If your best friend doesn't like your boyfriend, she would get in between the relationship and end it. Especially if the boyfriend was on to her. You know, like there would be, that's just how these people work. And, you know, it's unfortunate because they prey on people that have a lot of empathy. So just keep that in mind and just be careful. There is a doctor that I was watching, Dr. Carter, I think his name. He's so cute. He's like, he's not an old man. He's just a little bit older. And he's, I don't know if he's Southern. I don't know. But he does his whole channel is on surviving narcissistic abuse. And you can see like the examples. Like his channel's really great. Anyhow. TD, anything positive coming my way? Yeah, there could be, your intuition is definitely, um, what's what I'm looking for? You're in tune with your intuition and you're feeling mutual respect, either from people around you or people at work. There's also fun, carefree, spontaneous times coming in, fun around the home, a creative project comes in, and life can be changing quickly for you. Things can be happening fast. You know, you sweat when you sleep, like me and Nikki. Felix, messages from the angels. All right, let's look at the angel cards. Six of Fire, victory, good news is on its way, public recognition and awards. Four of Air, time to rest, relaxation, take a vacation, allow more time before making decisions, meditation may provide answers. Knight of Earth, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done, honor your commitments, you've got a guardian angel. Liz, what are Abraham's intentions with me? If you haven't seen or spoken to this person, they come in out of the blue. You should be hearing from them soon. They're looking at you as if you're a choice. Not that that's a bad thing, but they may be thinking about moving forward, or, you know, they may be trying to figure out whether or not they have feelings for you. I think that they do. It looks like things around this situation can change quickly. This person may be pursuing you harder. I don't know what your relationship is right now, but Seven of Wands would be perseverance, and then things can change quickly with the Eight of Wands. Laugh. Will the Sag come back and fix the relationship? How would our conversation go? Okay. You've got luck on your side. You've got the Wheel of Fortune. So yes, this relationship can be fixed. It may not be easy though. There's burden, right? There's burden, there's arguments. There's some sharp words here with the Queen of Swords, but at the end of the day, the sun is here, sun comes out. So you may find happiness at the end of the day regardless, you know, and maybe a little bit ups and downs, maybe a couple of arguments or whatever, but you guys can fix the relationship if you put the work in. Goddess, weekly reading. Okay, babes. Next week, or for like now until next week, it's really a lot about money. You got the Ten of Pentacles here. If you're waiting on a large sum of money to come in, you should be seeing it. Two of Pentacles, your life gets back into balance. Ace of Pentacles can be a new job opportunity, or a new business idea. Eight of Pentacles can be taking a course that would make you money in the future, like it could be an apprenticeship, or it could also be working hard at work. But either way, it's all about money, not holding yourself back and moving forward financially, career-wise and financially. I like the idea of a new business idea, something that maybe you do on your own or on the side, something like that is possible. Ace of Pentacles is a lot of opportunity. A new job, a new business idea, a promotion, a bonus of some type, a raise, something like that. Anna, is Christopher expecting to have another kid in a couple of months? Yes, I think so. Three aces would indicate, yeah, I think so. Adriana, how did he feel when I left the city? All right, how did he feel when I left that city? You felt a slowdown. All right, I don't know what the city was, or if you were leaving where he was, or whatever, but the Knight of Pentacles is feeling like things are moving slow and steady. And the Hangman here, which also kind of echoes that. Felt a slowdown. Yeah, felt like things slowed down or things came to a grinding halt. The King of Swords, did you have sharp words? Because there could have been sharp words around the situation. Beautiful one. General for the rest of the week. General for the rest of the week. The happy home is here. I hate saying this, though, at this time. Maybe spending time at home. Everybody is. But anyway, the happy home comes in. I mean, it may be coming in for you if you have plans on either moving homes, changing homes, redecorating your home, or if that's what you've been doing, cleaning things out, that kind of stuff. But also, you also have a new business idea or opportunity coming in. And the Four of Cups is here, which means it may be something that you just haven't thought of yet. And it could be something that's right in front of your face. Like, who knows, if you're cleaning out your closet and you've got 700 Barbie dolls, you may decide to sell them on eBay. Like that kind of a thing. It could be something like that. Like the Four of Cups is something right in front of you that you're just not seeing. And I think it has to do with business. Moving past that, somebody from your past comes back, or you hear from out of the blue. It doesn't have to be a love relationship. It could be an old friend. I think it's a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer, and you're feeling prepared. By the end of the week, or moving into next week, I think you're going to be feeling like you can kind of tackle the world. What's happening there, miss? Auntie Charlie. How you been? What is Anthony hiding? All right, let's see. What's this guy hiding? Doesn't really look like he's hiding too much. I mean, it looks as if he's feeling passionate, or he's feeling passionate with the Ace of Wands. He may have a little anxiety. Maybe he's not wanting to discuss that. He may be feeling a little bit stuck in the mud, the Hangman. He may be feeling a little bit unsuccessful right now, but it doesn't look like he's hiding anything. Moving past all of that, he comes to a point where he no longer holds himself back. He's starting to move forward. He's got the world here at his feet, and he may have a new business opportunity. If you haven't seen or spoken to him, you should be hearing from him out of the blue, and he may have a creative project around him that he is working on, or maybe he wants you to help him with. But I don't think he's hiding anything. It doesn't look like it. You know, I didn't get the moon in reverse or anything, you know, anything like that. Nicole, what is coming in for Jeff and I in the next 2 weeks? Somebody comes in out of the blue. Could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer, and it could make a nice love connection. If you're not, ready for it, it's still going to be there, and it may be something, it's like a timing issue for you, but you feel a little bit more balanced. I wonder, is he a water sign? I'm wondering if he's the water sign. I don't know. Anyway, you've got the Magician here. So with the Magician, you can manifest this relationship into anything you want. You've got to focus on what you like about it and not what you don't like about it. What you don't like about it, you try to ignore. Do your best to ignore. Empress is here, which is another good omen that this relationship moves forward in the next 2 weeks to the next month. Empress, just be careful if you don't want children, because it can always be the birth or the conception of a child. But it looks like here, like this relationship can move forward. If he's a water sign especially. If he isn't a water sign, it still can move forward. Sometimes, and who knows if he's a water sign rising. But with the cups, it's about emotion. So it may not be showing us his sign, and it's just showing us that it's a loving relationship that moves forward. Either way, next couple of weeks should be pretty good. Anna, is Maria pregnant from Christopher? I get a 70% chance it's his, but the Three of Cups is here in reverse, which means there's third parties around this situation. There's other people involved here. So 70% chance is his. 70% is kind of high. But with the Three of Cups in reverse, there's a very good chance that somebody else, like this plot may thicken with the Three of Cups in reverse. Let's put it that way. The plot may thicken. There may be more to this story than we know just yet. Adriana, how did things go for her after what she did? Okay. All right, I have no idea what happened, who this person is, or what she did, but this is what it shows. At first, she was very happy. But then right after that, heartbreak came in pretty quickly, and then her life had to slow down. Moving past that, she may have had some issues around money, Five of Pentacles, and she could have had a hard time finding a job or with business. So I don't know who she is, how she felt, but that's what the cards say. Adriana, did he regret his decision about picking her? Yes. Yeah, 70% chance, yes. I think he thought that she was more grounded than she actually was. I don't think that she was as reliable as he thought she was going to be. Nicole, how is he feeling when he bought Justice gifts? He felt pretty good. He felt a little bit unprepared, so maybe in the beginning he may have felt a little bit weird, but it shows that he started to feel connected. The happy home is here. He felt like things went well, or he felt happy. It was all 10 cups being full. Better than he thought it was going to go, like a wish came true. I think it was good. I think he felt good. Siba, does T the Leo know that's me and A the Pisces had a past? Yeah. Yeah, 70% chance, yes. Bria, Is JM the Capricorn a karmic, soulmate, or general soulmate? Let's see. Is JM a karmic soulmate? Yes, karmic. Karmic soulmate connection. Laugh. Would the Sag come back to fix the relationship? How would our karma go? Didn't I do this one? Or is this a different one? Let me know. I thought that I did that one already. Didn't I say it was going to it was going to be a little up and down? There may be some arguments around the situation, and then you can fix the relationship, because the final card was the Sun card, I think. Let me know. Bria, will JM respond to my message even though he's in a situation? Yes. Yeah, he's going to respond.
Why? Because Reagan understood we weren't going to enrich the USSR. That would have been disastrous for us. We beat them.
Adriana, what is the offering that you are seeing? About what? Oh, I don't remember. What did I say? or what question did it pertain to? Was it for you? That there was an offering around you? I can't remember. Yeah, okay, let's see. I'm wondering if it has to do with like a job or a side job, because it looks like it makes money easier, makes money stable. Here it is again, the Four of Cups. There's success around the situation, and your life moves forward. I wonder if it's like a side job. Did it have to do with money? Did I say that? Because the Four of Cups could be like a side job that comes out of nowhere. You know, like, I don't know, you got to feed the neighbor's cat twice a week, but they pay you $50, you know, something like that. You know, it could be something that you don't have to work a lot, but you make some decent money on the side. Bria, I don't see the question, so I'm going to answer for... Oh, Emma, I don't see yours either. All right, Rhonda and then Emma. Oh, then there's Bria. Okay. Rhonda, General has my me entered my life, and I don't know. Um, 70% chance yes, and that you may be holding yourself back around this person. They may be somebody that you know pretty well. You have some nice things happening with you around money and love. So when it comes to love, you have the Ace of Cups and the Nine of Cups. An offering of love comes in, the love cup is full, and a wish around love happens. Around work, feeling very well compensated, appreciated, and lots of money coming in. Plus, you have some fun, carefree, spontaneous times coming in. Emma, how does Steve feel about me? Is it just platonic or romantic or sexual? It's been a while since we talked. Will Steve reach out, or should I? I'd like to give things a shot. If you don't reach out to him, he will reach out to you. Page of Swords. But there looks like there may be a delay around happiness when it comes to this situation. So it may take some work or it may take some time. I think that right now things are sort of platonic, but I think that things can change if you gave it a little bit of time. I would suggest if you don't hear from him in the next week or so, reach out to him and see what happens, because you should be hearing from him. But if you don't hear from him in the next week and you really want to give things a shot, I would reach out to him and see if you would go out again. I think if you guys hang out a little bit, things can kind of happen on their own, and feelings can kind of grow on their own, um, and you know, take it from there. Bria, why was JM suddenly trying to manifest me and reflect on me when I backed his energy up when I came around? Wait a minute, I don't understand. Why was he trying to manifest you and reflecting on me, but backed his energy up when it came around? Yeah, he probably got scared. Oh, there may be a third party. There could be a third party around. Three of Cups in reverse, there's a third party around, maybe an Aries. If it's not an Aries, it may be somebody with a very strong authoritative personality. Somebody maybe getting in the way here. Adriana, has he developed feelings for me, or is it only physical? No, he's got feelings. It's not just physical. TD, who is thinking of me and why? There's a Cancer from your past that's feeling nostalgic, but also burdened by the situation. I don't know, maybe it's somebody from the past that has regret about the way things ended. It doesn't have to be a love situation. This just could be a friend. Cancer. They may be feeling bad about it and wanting to either patch things up or clear the air. Susie, how is he feeling now I'm ignoring him? Oh God. He's feeling happy and grounded because he doesn't think that this is going to last. He thinks you're only ignoring him temporarily. This guy is coming off a little bit crazy today. Feeling happy, feeling like he's made it to the top of the mountain, thinking that you're not, like, he thinks that you're ignoring him, but that it's not going to be forever. And he thinks that this is just going to move on and go back to normal. Like, almost like he comes off very cocky today. Adriana, were my angels guiding me to recover old photos? Yep, 99%. Seba, is A the Pisces a narcissist, another curiosity? Another one that comes up, 70% chance. You know, I don't throw around labels unless I really feel it. You know, like because I hate when people do that. Like, I had a friend that would call anybody a narcissist if they just didn't do what he wanted them to do. That's not being a narcissist. If you choose to, you know, stay home and not go to the bar, that doesn't make you narcissistic. And that makes you have a choice. That just means you made a different choice. But it would have to be somebody that is intentionally manipulating and intentionally controlling situations by getting in between people and lying. There's a lot of lying and manipulating and um, taking charge. Like the person, like this Pisces would have to get in between, say, you and one of your friends, and oh, no, 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 don't worry, I'll take care of it for you, and then screws up everything, but you have no idea what they're doing behind your back. It's not just someone who like doesn't call you back. You know, it's like these people are really, and they can be very dangerous because they don't feel empathy. You know, it's like a serial killer can kill someone and not care. Well, narcissistic people can do very hurtful things to people and not care, smear them, say terrible things, get them in trouble, you know, at work or with their family. You know, it's not, I feel like not to, don't take it lightly. You know, like this person would have to really be doing things that are like beyond, you know, like there are signs, like there are serious signs, and I would suggest that Dr. Carter, because like I said, I don't like to label people unless it's like they really have to be doing it. Like I get so annoyed when people are like, oh well, she's bipolar. It's like she's just in a bad mood. She's just in a bad mood. That's it. um, Susie, will he make an effort to reconcile? Mm, 70% chance, yes. Danny, will my procrastination and forgetfulness backfire or have my patience upset with me when we meet? Will my procrastination and forgiveness backfire or have my patient upset with me when we met? I don't know if I'm reading that right. Will my procrastination and forgetfulness backfire or have my patient upset? Oh, is the patient upset with you? Let's see. I think the patient's going to be a little bit upset, yeah. I'm not sure I understand the question, but it looks like procrastination and the forgetfulness doesn't let you get away with whatever it is that happened. Like you can't use it as an excuse. It's not going to fly. It looks like somebody is going to be upset. Yeah. Elizabeth, what's coming next 3 months? You need them. A little bit up and down. It looks right now like the relationship may be strong, but there may be a minor betrayal or an old wound that resurfaces soon. But then you get past it and there's success. There's happiness with the 10 of Cups, but it's delayed. It's in reverse. There may be a delay or things may not be happening fast enough. And then there's a mini tower moment here. And the 3 of Cups, which would indicate that there's a third party around the situation somewhere. Somebody's got a third party. And that could lead to a breakup with the Lovers in reverse. The Fool in reverse could let the cat out of the bag that we can't put back in. So be careful when the Fool shows up. But then it looks like there's a chance to reconcile if you want to. Danny. Does Daniel want a romantic relationship? You know, it's like he feels like the relationship could be grounded and deep and like there would be strong roots. But the idea of getting involved in a romantic relationship right now puts the weight of the world on his shoulders. Like he's just not sure that he wants that, or he wants to be, have that much responsibility right now. That might not be for him right at this moment. Paola, what are the Pisces' intentions towards me? Well, this could be another long and winding road. Not really, not that bad, but it looks like justice is here. So you got good karma on your side. But they may be feeling right now like the relationship is just not stable enough, or it's not grounded enough. They want happiness, the 10 of Cups, but it's in reverse, which means there could be a delay. They're prepared to move forward with this situation, and they do care about you. They feel very strong, that you're very strong, and that the relationship could be strong. And there also could be a transformation around the situation. It just may not happen quickly. It could be a little bit stagnant right now, and it could also be a little bit frustrating. But there is a possibility that they're going to want more in the future. They may not be showing it right now. Like they may be a little bit fuzzy with their feelings, but that'll change. Oh, he's an Aquarius. That's okay, because whenever the cups show up, it doesn't have to be, they don't have to be a water sign, but it's like a loving emotion. So, I mean, I don't know, he could be on the cusp. Maybe he's on the cusp. It doesn't even matter though, because when the king or the queen of the cups show up, it would be like a loving union or like an emotional thing. It's like if the King of Swords shows up, which is an air sign, if you're asking in that way, it could be like a man with sharp words, or somebody that doesn't really have tact with the way they speak. But the King of Cups is somebody who is loving and kind and happy to be there, where the King of Swords could be like doing something but really regretting it. So that's fine. Don't even worry about that. Anna, has Jay's mood or energy changed for the better now? It's morning from him where he is right now. Okay. He is feeling very nostalgic right now. And he's also feeling, yeah, he's better. Balanced, compassionate, kind. Feels like he made it to the top of the mountain. He maybe slept really well, and then that bad mood kind of dissipated. And now he's feeling much better. Thinking about the good times. Six of Cups is romanticizing the past. And then temperance, balance, patience, compassion, peace, serenity, that kind of a thing. Yeah, much better than he was earlier. Danny, who does the card say I should end up with? Isaac the Aries or Daniel the Libra? Isaac the Aries. %70 chance Isaac the Aries. Let's see. How about the Libra? %33 chance the Libra. So right now it's higher for the first person, the Aries. Auntie. Oh well, what is Mel hiding? Why is everyone hiding things? All right, let's see what Mel's hiding.
just fizzle out. And despite people running around saying this guy's a nice farm, it doesn't happen. So if the virus does mutate such that the virulence is decreased, two things happen. One is good.
He maybe, I don't know that he's hiding this, but he may have gone through a heartbreak recently. Something very painful that maybe he just didn't tell you about. But it looks like he's no longer holding himself back. And he may come forward and tell you about it. It does look like he's got an offer in front of him that he can't refuse. He may discuss that with you. And it also looks like he's got good karma around him. He's got passion around him. The sun is in reverse, which means he's got happiness coming in. It's just a little bit delayed. If he's hiding anything, it would be that he recently went through a heartbreak. But there's no other deep, dark secrets that I'm seeing here. Not at this point. Red Nappy. I sent a secret admirer note to Jay. He immediately knew it was me. How's he feeling about it? Well, he's not really surprised. Like you said, he knew it was you. But he's kind of feeling like he's flattered, but he doesn't know what to do. He's not sure how to react. So if you haven't heard from him, he's afraid of saying something stupid, or he's afraid of saying the wrong thing right now. He feels he's a little bit taken back and a little bit like, I almost want to say kind of embarrassed. He's holding himself back right now. It's not going to be forever. Like he just may need to digest this, and then things can kind of move forward. I think that he just might need a couple of days, let him digest it. He's feeling a little bit like flattered, embarrassed, unsure of himself, doesn't want to say the wrong thing. Jada. Who's going to offer an apology, the Gemini or the Aquarius? Is the Gemini going to apologize? %33% chance the Gemini does. Okay, is the Aquarius going to apologize? You got a 70% chance that the Aquarius does. Right now, the Aquarius has got a higher chance. Jada, general. You got a wish that's coming in, and maybe around money, you have a large sum of money coming in. You're setting up boundaries, laying down the law, cutting through bullshit. You've got choices around you that may have to do with money or work. There even could be a new business idea around you that you may have to make a decision about. Feeling respected at work, or feeling like you're being well compensated. You have good karma and justice on your side. Keep putting out that good energy because it's coming back to you. Adriana, were those two together for a long period? I would say maybe around a year. Could that be possible? I don't think longer than a year. Maybe 9 months to a year. Bria, even though JM is karmic, we're still able to be together or be friends. Karmic isn't a bad thing. Everybody gets so caught up in what's karmic, what's soulmate, what's this. Just live your life. You can be anything you want. Some really great relationships come out of karmic relationships. It doesn't have to be a bad thing just because it's a karmic situation. What's bad is when people are mean to each other, when people abuse each other, but people get so caught up in this karmic thing. Sometimes people are brought to one another just because they have to teach each other things. It doesn't have to be a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you can't be friends. It doesn't mean that you can't be together. There are a lot of people that have really great relationships, but they're karmic relationships. Soulmate relationships are very difficult. They're very painful, and there's a lot of like disappearing and reappearing and third parties getting involved. Sometimes they're not all they're cracked up to be, and they don't always end well. So don't run away from somebody just because you think it may be a karmic connection. We're all here to learn things, and we're all here to experience things. And it's not about only being around soulmates. Trust me with that. I would continue to be friends. I would continue to pursue something more. Um, there is, and then there are way too many people that preach these things like that are so final. Nothing is final. Nothing is written in stone, and things can change. And like I get emails from people like saying, "Oh, well, this reader told me that." I'm never going to be happy if I don't have this, that, and the next thing because this person is my soulmate. We've got millions of soulmates. There are millions of people in this world. And it doesn't, life is to be lived and to be enjoyed. And it is not about, and really, how do we know for sure? how do we know for sure if somebody is really our soulmate? I mean, do we know that? No. So just enjoy it and don't worry about anything, because a lot of times too, people, I feel like people hold on to this soulmate twin flame kind of thing just as a way of like to continue or to make it okay to chase somebody around when it's no longer working, or like the person is like in their face with like, look, this is over, and they're like, oh, but he's coming back because he's my twin flame. I don't believe that. Sometimes things are over because they're over, you know what I mean? So just enjoy it for what it is and don't worry about anything else. Siba, how did T find out about my past with the Pisces? Did someone tell him from work, or he found out from a tarot reader? Let's see. Work. 1, 2, 3. I think he found out from work. That's another thing too. I'll hear a lot of like, oh well, I'm an Aquarius and she's a Pisces, so it'll never work. That's not true. That's not true either. Your sun sign tells very little about your personality, and it also tells very little about how you're going to connect to somebody else. I dated somebody for like 8 years who was an Aquarius. I'm a Pisces. I happen to have 3 planets in Aquarius. I understood him very well. Does it always work? No, but there's more that goes into it than just that. Because I hear that a lot too. Like, oh, it'll never work because, this guy's a Gemini. What did I say? He's a schizo. I'm like, yeah, but that's not true. My brother is a Gemini and he's very down to earth because he's got like 4 planets in Taurus. So you can't go by that either. um, where am I? Bria, maybe? What does JM have to say to me? Slow and steady wins the race. That's what comes up. Slow and steady wins the race. And that he's been hurt in the past. There's a big wound in his past that he's not over. He might tell you about it. He may not at first. It may take him a while because it's something that runs pretty deep. I missed Anna, Bria. All right, let me go back up.
Virginia will begin reopening on May 15th. That's only phase 1, though.
And he's still getting resistance, though, from the mayor of D.C. right next door. Are we about to see more blue state governors waive the right to
Uh-oh, I may not be able to go back further.
Fox News chief breaking news correspondent Trace Gallagher is live in our West Coast newsroom with the latest. Trace, tell us.
Hey, Laura, despite polls showing most Californians support Governor Gavin Newsom's stay-at-home policies, his recent moves like shutting down certain Orange County beaches have gotten tremendous pushback from citizens and officials alike. Some cities have even filed lawsuits against the governor, calling his actions unconstitutional. But just as rapidly as the new beach closures were put into place, the governor has now...
Monai's I skipped. If I skipped you, send the question with with purple hearts, because I can't go back any further than Danny. She's the last person I can go back to. Let's see. Is the Pisces and I is the Pisces and I officially over? There's indecision that comes up around this. So 33% chance it's officially over, but 33%, but 70% chance that it's undecided, which means it can go any way yet. No, it's not. It's not definitely over. You can end it if you want to, but right now, no, it's not. I missed Anna and Bria.
Reopening businesses. Maryland Governor Larry Hogan and D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser have not gotten as much pushback and appear surprised that Virginia is reopening. And finally, we should note that Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer has gone against her state legislature to extend the state lockdown, saying she won't bow to pressure. Well,
Unreal, Trace. Great report. Thanks so much. Why is this pressure mounting for blue state governors? Well, here's one reason. American workers.
I'm up to Emma right now. Those other ones that I skipped, if you could send them with the purple hearts. How does Steve feel about me? I get the impression he liked me more than a friend because he sent me flowers and a necklace. Was it only friendly? I think he'd be willing to pursue something more. I mean, I think he has an interest in you. I think that you should give it a shot. I would say if you don't hear from him in the next week, give him a call and see if he wants to go out again, and then see how you feel at that point. You know, like, he may be interested, but like sometimes like a guy might be interested, but it's not like he's head over heels in love yet. He just needs to, like, you know, see what you're about, and I don't think he's there yet. I think he needs more time. So you said that you blew him off, so he may not reach out right away. He may give it a little while before he reaches out. So I would say give it a week. If you don't hear from him, then you reach out to him and see if he wants to get together again. Adriana, did my angels guide me to recover those photos because I miss him, but why?
Massachusetts, New Jersey, and New York account for about 55% of all the deaths, and yet they only have about...
Well, there could be more to come from this situation, and you're just not there. It's just not happening fast enough. Three of Pentacles is here, which means the relationship can be pretty well grounded. It also looks like the Hangman is here. Things can move forward pretty quickly. You have a wish around the situation that comes true. There's strength, and also the Six of Wands indicates victory. So you just might not be there yet. It just may take time. Like, sometimes things take a really long time. It can be incredibly frustrating, but that's just how it is. And I feel like the pandemic thing is making it worse, because timing can be a bitch to begin with, but then you throw in the fact that nobody can leave their house and there's no really end in sight, or some states are opening some things, but some aren't, and some parts of the world are closed down, and it's madness. So, like, things may not be happening really fast. Unfortunately, the time only exists in this dimension. Time doesn't exist in, other realms. So it's very difficult to read timing. So sometimes things happen, like bizarre things. Like I only like once, okay? When I got this place, I had a dream. Very long story short, I was told that we couldn't have dogs here. So we weren't going to take the place. I was moving in here with my brother at the time. Um, that like weeks went by, and I didn't hear from the real estate woman. I said, listen, I'm not taking the place. I had a dog who was 14. I'm like, she's coming with me. I have to find a place that's going to take the dog. So I had a dream one night that the real estate woman called and said, oh, you can have that place. Landlord made a mistake. You are allowed to have dogs there. And I was like, no, 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 I'm not messing around. This dog is coming with me. I'm not signing a lease. You know, if there's question. And the realtor was like, no, 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 I'm telling you, you can have dogs there. The next day, I got the phone call, right, saying that I could have this place. I can't. That's the only time that's ever happened to me. People that have prophetic dreams, sometimes it can take years. It can take months. And like, who was there that came in and told me that? I don't, how did I have that dream? And then the very next day it happened. But normally things don't work like that. Like you could have a dream tonight and then like a year from now it happens. And that's why I always suggest, I don't do it, but I always tell people to write down their dreams. Because sometimes if you believe that in the nighttime you can get visited by different angels, then you may be going in and out of different realms. It sounds crazy. I don't even know if I believe it, but I've had these experiences, few and far between. But the timing thing can be a real bitch. There was that time and that other time when I did that spell for that guy where the girl showed up the next day, and I was like, listen, that never happens. It never happens the next day ever. But he was aligned with it, she was aligned with it, and it happened. And as far as I know, the two of them are still together. I mean, can you imagine? Anyway. So I do think there's more to come to answer your question. I do think that there was a reason. I just don't think you've gotten there yet. Anna, if I were to leave Christopher, would he fight for me? Like, would he ask me not to go or leave, or would he just let me go? Like I meant nothing to him. This is funny because similar, right? That I just made a video the other night about this. Something similar. And the point is like, don't do things looking for somebody else to react, because especially right now with what this guy is going through, he may not need any extra drama. If you want to leave him because you don't want to be involved in this, that's one thing. But if you're going to leave him in hopes he's going to come racing after you, I think that that would be a really bad move, because women, I keep saying this, women do things like this. Like, I'm going to do this so that, you know, because I want him to tell me. Like I had someone say that to me the other day. Well, I told him to go back to his ex because I wanted him to tell me that he wanted me more. Well, you can't have a relationship when you're like doing things in code. He's not going to know that you're leaving him because you want him to come chasing after you. He's going to think that you're leaving because you don't want to be part of the situation. Men are very black and white. Women aren't. Men don't think like that. So chances are, if you leave, he's going to let you go. And that's not even me looking at the cards. That's just me knowing that that's just how men are. And I keep telling people, do not do things. Say one thing because you want them to try to do something else, because then you're expecting him to read your mind, and he can't. And especially if he's in the middle of a situation where somebody is accusing him of something, and now he's got a couple of months before he can even find out the truth. The last thing he's going to be able to think about is, oh no, I better not do that, I better do this. Like, he's going to be like, well, she just doesn't want to be part of this. And I can understand that. That's what's going to happen. And I tell this to people all the time. Don't do this. Don't do something with the intentions of, well, if he really cared for me, then he would run after me, or he would buy me a gift, or he would, you know, show up at my front door, because they can't read your mind and it doesn't work good. And I just put up the video the other day saying to be very careful because it causes so much trouble in relationships. If you want to leave him because you're hurt, you don't want to be part of the situation, that's fine. That's your right. You can leave him. But don't leave him because you want him to come running after you. Because if that's what it's going to prove to you something, it is, in my opinion, a really bad idea and making a lot of extra drama for a situation that's already very dramatic. If you leave, he is probably going to let you go because it shows here like he's got a lot of bullshit going on here. You know that. Not only does he have this now, he's got another ex, right, with another child, because there's another third party showing up with more nonsense, and this is him sitting here like he's got no idea what is going on, and his life feels upside down. He's got no luck. He feels like he's got no luck. I just would be very careful. Like I tell this to everybody. If you're setting an intention, right, and you want something from somebody, you have to tell them what you want. I want Chinese food for dinner. You can't like dance around it and hope that they figure it out, because that's not good communication skills, and then you're going to get upset because he doesn't do what you want him to do, but he doesn't really know that that's what you're hoping for. He thinks that you're leaving because you don't want to be part of this, which he would understand because it's just a crazy situation. I would be careful. I would be very careful if that's why you want to do it.
Free tuition for public colleges, elements of the Green New Deal, and of course, ending incarceration for drug use. So the question is that going to attract more black voters? Here to debate, Candace Owens, founder of the Brexit movement, author of Blackout. Also with me is Leo Terrell, civil rights attorney. All right, Candace, do black voters really just want that one?
I did one in Purple Hearts for Red Nappy, but maybe there was another one.
The same stuff that we've been offered pretty much since the 1960s and has really led to the devastation of our community. I think not, and I think that's
McCall. Energy around Jeff and Karishma for the next 2 weeks.
I'm trying to create a device that can wipe out the memory of all Black Americans regarding his own racial record. And this is the school integration between white and Black Americans. The richest concept you can come up with. That's a direct quote. If you can look up an NPR interview.
Heartbreak comes up. Sharp words around them, and they're at a standstill. Plus, the devil is here. So that's not good. Things are not going well over there in that camp.
So I think his time on his campaign would be better spent, again, developing some technology to wipe out the memory of all Black Americans, because this is not going to work at school.
I don't, that's the thing. It's like people, I had a friend of mine who used to call everybody a narcissist, and I didn't see it. I was like, he's not a narcissist because he chooses to stay home tonight. Like, he wants to stay home tonight, big deal. Or if, I don't know, like that's what he called everyone. Like, one of my friends was getting married, and he was calling her narcissistic because, look, she was in her 20s, okay? 20-year-old girls, okay, they could be a little bit bridezilla. So what? Whatever. But a narcissist? No, I don't think that's what she was at all. Was she a pain in the ass with the wedding? Okay, probably, but who isn't? But I don't know if the narcissist is really unliked, because the only one who I really know, I don't know the other people around her. And the only reason why I had to deal with her, or that I've dealt with her, is because she wouldn't stop calling me, and it was the things that she was saying to me that it started to pique my interest. You know, like somebody had mentioned this narcissistic bullshit to me, and I didn't really believe it. But when they were giving me examples, I saw the examples in this person when I was on the phone with them. So I started to do research, and I was like, holy shit. And I thought to myself too, I wonder if everybody else realizes it. Maybe they just put up with these people. I don't know. I can't, because I know that I can be easily manipulated because I feel bad. And I know that a person like that can take advantage of me. So the only way to deal with them, they say, is to ignore them. You have to ignore them. Otherwise, you won't win an argument with them because they're ruthless. Like, they don't have any limits. And they don't care. So they'll smear you up and down, left and right, and not give a shit. I won't do that to someone because I feel bad. Even if I don't like them, I still won't do that to them.
A lot of folks do, and they have been very hard hit.
Because I think, oh, well, it's somebody's son, or it's somebody's daughter, it's somebody's, grandchild. I don't, like, I feel like, or that's somebody's mom. Don't say that about that person. You know what I mean? But those kinds of people, they don't feel things like that. So they don't feel bad. So you got to stay away from them. TD. Am I still in the Aries energy? I've been pulling away. Okay, let's see. You're doing good, because I'm only getting 33% chance. So you're doing good. Keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. Priscilla. Should I go meet Tony next week? He's a Cancer. Yeah, I don't see why not. Let's see. Yes. Give him a chance. Why not? 70% chance. Yeah, I would go. Siba. Is the reason why T the Leo doesn't want to make a move because he thinks I'm a cheater. The thought may have crossed his mind, but I don't think it's something that he's harping on. I really don't. I don't think he's thinking too much about that. Word girl. Are Dara and Sabrina still talking? Dara and Sabrina still talking. Doubtful. Very doubtful. Phantom. How is A currently doing at the moment? She's a Capricorn. Well, it looks like she's doing okay. Laying down some boundaries, putting anxiety behind her, or depression, or whatever it is, getting over an old hurt, feeling a little bit more successful, and letting go of regret. So I think she's doing okay. Elizabeth. Will I end up with Ben or Costas or a past person? Okay. Okay. Are we ending up with Ben? You got 33% chance with Ben. Okay. How's the chances with Costas? 70% with him. Okay, what about a past person?
Somewhere along the way, Western boots got too expensive and stopped. But the Carlos fixed that. We make handcrafted, high-quality Western boots for a fair price. Find your pair at Tecovas.com.
33% chance past person. The highest comes up is for Costas. 70% chance. As at this point right now.
All the parts that you need to keep it all together. For work, for school, everywhere you go. Sometimes they can be hard.
Jada. And what happened? Did I make it through the people that I skipped? Maybe I did by this point. I don't know. Should I work with children or fashion design? Okay, should we work with children?
Each year, Americans waste over $21 billion by overpaying on car insurance.
How about fashion design? Children comes up 70%, and children 70%, fashion design 30%. I would go with children over fashion at this point. Jada. General, okay. General love. Okay, so you got luck on your side here. All the hard work that you've put into life is now going to come back to you. The Empress is here. Be careful if you don't want children. That's the only downfall to this card, if you don't want children. Otherwise, this is happiness, prosperity. Somebody treats you really well. Person coming in is a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, or a Cancer. They come in honest and legit. They may be a Pisces. You got the Pisces card here. It looks like they are creative. You might have choices. Damn, there's a Taurus coming in too with choices. The Taurus may have some money. You may have a choice between a Pisces and a Taurus coming up. Good for you. It's always nice to have choices. Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. You could have past lives too, but that's another thing we can't prove. I mean, I had so many, you know how much, you don't even know how much stuff I've had. I've had past life regression, I've had rebirthing, and sometimes I feel like maybe these people are just telling me stories. How could we prove any of this and know for sure that it's real? So, just enjoy the ride, or like when people are like, well, am I going to marry him? Are we going to move in together? I'm like, can you just enjoy today? Like if I tell you, no, you're not going to marry him, are you going to throw him down the garbage chute? Just enjoy it. Like, there are people that have relationships that last 10 years and they're great relationships. They never get married. There are people that get married and they fucking hate each other before the end of the night. I mean, what does the marriage mean? Nothing. I mean, then there are people that they live together. How about couples that live together forever? All of a sudden they get married and then they're divorced. And you're like, well, what the hell happened? You lived together for 12 years. Or you lived together for 15 years. How come you got married and then got divorced? You didn't know? I mean, like all kinds of crazy shit happens these days.
The mission in this case is the fight against COVID-19, which includes, of course, the coronavirus task force, led by Vice President Mike Pence, which has also, for months now, spearheaded the administration's response to the crisis. But today, the president said that
Did I catch up on all the people that I skipped? I think at this point, I did. Stephanie, I came to see T. How is he feeling that I came? I think it was good that you did. That's just my opinion. Let's see what the cards say. Good. It was very good. You got the cups here. So it was pleasant. It was a pleasant, good time. He feels a little bit more like things are a little bit better in balance now. He feels like things are calming down. And the moon is here, which is good. Use your intuition. Things are good. He's happy that you came. I'm glad that you did. I think that that was a good thing.
Thanks to the profound commitment of our citizens who have American lives have been saved. Our country is now in the next stage of the battle, a very safe phase and gradual reopening.
Reporters on the trip, meanwhile, noted that the president himself didn't wear a mask at the very facility making them for the federal response to the pandemic.
Elizabeth, what is the tower moment that Ben and I are going to have? It could be an argument or a fight over a third party. There's arguments and fighting around a third party. I don't know what the story is with the third party, but that could come up and cause a tower moment. Love, Olivia. Why did Abel not stop to help me? Does he even care? He does care. Why didn't he stop to help me? I don't know what the situation was, but let's see. All right, I don't know what you needed help with, but it looks like there was stress around him when it comes to money. He was in a hurry to get someplace. He felt like he could have been interfering. I don't know, but that's what the cards suggest. And that he was definitely on his way somewhere, or he had somewhere to go. So I'm not sure what went on, but that's what it shows. Or maybe he didn't. I don't know what the situation was. But let me tell you something. Sometimes people, like, one time, and I didn't have my phone on me. I was out for a run in the morning, okay? I was out for a run, and I was like 2 miles away from home, and this happens all the time. I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm running, when I turn around, like heading towards home, and who is driving to work? And I'm waving at him, and he waves back. And I see the brake lights, and I'm like, good, he's turning around. No, not turning around, kept going. So I get home and I get to my phone and I text him and I'm like, did you see me this morning? And he's like, yeah, I waved. I'm like, I fucking needed a ride home. I had to go to the bathroom. And he was like, well, how was I supposed to know? You're out running all the time. And I was like, well, did you see the way that I was? And he's like, well, why didn't you call me? And I'm like, well, I didn't have my phone. And he's like, so what happened? I'm like, so I ran home fast. But my point is that sometimes people don't realize that you need help. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and I was really like, you know, but, so I don't know what the situation was, but I think he was in a hurry. Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Susie, do you think me and Steve are over? I think that's going to be your choice. There is a chance to reconcile here if you want it, but you got to think about whether or not you want to do this anymore. It's going to be your decision. I mean, he's going to reach out again, so it's up to you whether or not you want to take him back. If you want to continue down this road, that it's going to be your choice. Auntie Charlie, if Mel reaches out, should I consider going back to him or just try and move on with Anthony? They're both fire signs and I'm a Pisces. Oh, all right, let's see. If Mel reaches out, should I consider going back to him? Okay, let's see. Oh boy. You got a strong connection to him. You got the Lover's card here. Okay, so the Lover's card would, and you have another ace here. So this kind of is like a yes. The Lover's card would kind of trump the other cards. But let's ask about the other guy now. Or should we just move on with Anthony? Oh man, you got 3 aces with Anthony. This is my suggestion because 3 aces is 99% chance you should move on with Anthony. I would do that. Move on with Anthony. If the other guy comes back, the Lover's card trumps 3 aces. But I feel like maybe you've already given him enough chances in the past. And I wouldn't let this Anthony go. I would try to give that a shot. Things start to move along with Anthony, you may feel differently about the other guy. So let's not let this pass us by without, at least giving it a shot. I would move on with Anthony. The other guy shows up, then you cross that bridge when you come to it. Sweet thing. How does the Libra feel about me? Feels that you're successful, attractive, happy, kind. The Empress is here. You know what that means. Like, looks at you like a Greek goddess, kind. Hard worker, happy, strong, courageous, but you don't take shit. They know that you don't take shit. You lay down the law. They got a lot of respect for you. Adriana, will I move with him before marrying or after? I think at the time that you're ready for marriage, you may be living somewhere else anyway. And then I think that you're still there when you get married. And who knows, maybe he moves in with you. I think that you have a place at that point. Or it could be maybe he moves in with you and then you get married. I don't know why. There's a house or something that comes up around you, or an apartment or something that comes up around you before marriage or before him when you're on your own. Adriana, how will people in the company react after they know that we're together as a couple? They'll be happy for you. They will be happy for you. They'll think that it's a good connection. Laugh. Did I answer all the Laugh's questions? Does anybody know? Andrea, has the Capricorn been looking at my social media? Yes, 33% chance, yes, the Capricorn's been looking at social media.
The Senate records to be released. I think what I would like to see is for Trump to be more transparent.
Andrea, what does the Capricorn think of me?
Women who have accused him of sexual assault. I'd like to hear from women.
Capricorn thinks that you're happy. Happiness comes up first. Strong. Courageous, that you have a lot of choices around you, that you're grounded, down to earth. A nice person, you have a good personality, you're passionate and successful. Sweet thing. I have a co-worker, Cynthia. Should I trust her? I'm only getting a 33% chance that she's really trustworthy. I would watch out for her. I would be careful. Laugh. How would the conversation go when the Sag reaches out? The Sag reaches out of the blue, so it could be at any moment, at any time. And it looks like there may be a little bit of an argument in the beginning of the conversation or at some point, but it moves into the past quickly, and the conversation goes well after that. But there may be a moment where things are kind of like a little bit bitchy and bickering back and forth. But the conversation overall leads to success. TD, is the Aries in my energy? Yeah, I got 99% chance. Yeah, I think so. See, but what's coming up ahead between me and Tito Leo? You guys are going to have choices. There's choices around you, but look out for a minor upset. In reverse, it's not the biggest of deals. There also may be a little bit of arguing, but in reverse, it's not the biggest. Don't worry about it. Not the biggest deal. Things move forward with this person. Slow and steady wins the race. It may be a little bit out of balance, a little bit upside down for a while, but things can turn around. It's going to take some hard work. And you may come to, like, it may be like divine, being guided by the divine. You know, it may just have to run its course and get there in its own time, but there's more to come from the situation. Give it a chance. Try not to get frustrated. Sometimes these situations can be so frustrating. And will his distance in COVID-19, will his behavior and emotion for me be better once he returns home? Um, 70% chance it's going to be better, but overall it comes in as being very peaceful and serene when he comes back. It should be good. I just hope this guy gets his act in order soon. Sweet thing. Will there be positive results with the ammonia jar? Oh, I love ammonia jars. They usually work fast.
It's as simple as that.
Yes. Yeah, and the beauty of them is they normally work pretty fast. Bria, is my deceased dog Scrappy Spirit still around me? Yes, definitely. The light in the laundry room where he used to sleep keeps coming on. Yeah, they don't leave. They hang out. Yep, definitely. Priscilla, what are Tony's intentions? I'm scared to get hurt. You can't live your life or stop living your life because you're afraid to get hurt. It's part of life. We make decisions from two places: fear and love. So if you're too frightened, you won't go. But if you love yourself enough to take the chance, you will go. You know? So I think that you just got to give it a shot. His intentions are good. The first thing that comes up around this is the sun. Second is the wish card. There's perseverance here, balance, success. You're going to have choices around you too. There's going to be other people besides him. But you can't stop living because you're afraid that you're going to get hurt. It's part of life. It's unfortunate, but we live in a shitty world with shitty people and shitty circumstances. But no, it's true. I mean, if you lock yourself in your house and you never leave, what kind of a life is that? Yeah, you won't get hurt, but you won't have much of a life either. So you just do your best. You try to look for signs, you know, but listen, the best of us have been fooled over the years. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's gone through it. There's nobody that doesn't get hurt. Everybody gets hurt. It's just how it is. But I think his intentions are pretty good. Adriana, is Carlos jealous of my life? Carlos is jealous. Yeah. Yeah. Don't worry about it because jealousy only hurts him. Doesn't hurt you. Let him be jealous. Brandy, I'll do yours now then, just in case your device cracks out. General reading. You may be having a little anxiety, but that's okay. It's moving into the past, along with regret. Moving forward, you're working really hard. You may be starting a new job, a new school, a new course, something like that. You're no longer holding yourself back. Feeling balanced, making a decision to move forward with your life. Your life moves forward quickly, and you're no longer so worried about money. Money may start to come in or move a little bit more freely around you.
Just as you are forgiving and love toward me. Grant me strength by protecting me with your loving arms, and lift me with your righteous hand. May your word be the guiding light that carries me gracefully through each day.
And I have never been married. When I was younger, I really wanted to get married. It's not so important to me. The older I got, the less important. You know, like I feel like relationships are more than just whether or not you're married. And I think that, especially the older you get, marriage really just becomes a legal thing. And I feel like, I just don't feel like it's as important as I used to think it was. But no, like when I was 20, if you would have asked me, I would have been like, yeah, I'm going to get married. But now I just don't think it's that important. Amy. Why hasn't Noah responded to my text and pic? He still might. Page of Swords is here, but it looks like he's got something going on around him. The Fool here is like spontaneity. Something out of the blue may have happened. It could have been a Taurus that's around him that showed up. A Taurus or a Pisces. I mean, it could be family members or friends, but something came up and he's doing something. He's busy right now. I don't think this is work. I think it may be either talking on the phone, or I don't know if he's allowed to have company at this point, but there's people around him, or he's talking to people. Maybe it's neighbors, but something like yesterday, a whole bunch of us neighbors were all outside. So who knows if maybe something like that, but he's doing something. Like, he's not looking at the phone, or he's not paying attention to the phone, or he's too busy to continue with the conversation, so he's going to answer later. You have the Page of Swords. He could still respond to that message tonight. Fia, what went through Linford's head when he saw me tonight? The first thing that comes up is regret. I don't know what he would be regretful for, but something. Next is the Nine of Pentacles, which is like, it's a good omen. So he may felt regret about something, and then immediately he felt much better, or like lucky. He also maybe felt a little bit passionate, and he thought that you were attractive. Jada. The person in my life, someone that I may already know from my old job, okay? Let's see.
The American people continue to learn troubling details about the politicization and misconduct of the high levels of the FBI during the Obama-Biden administration. Even more concerning to continue to learn these new details.
I'm only getting a 33% chance that this person is somebody that you already know from your old job. Gaps. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That was nice. Adriana, am I going to get that house or another one? Am I going to get that house? Only 33% chance you're getting that house. I think you may get another one.
sort of pretends like it's not a
I think there may be something better that comes in.
seems to be taken a little bit more seriously, which is really in everybody's best interest.
Sweet thing, you see any tower moments ahead of me?
Violations of civil liberties and just a rampant corruption and problem within the agency, they need to act like it. And just for they, I think you're saying that that's it, and none too soon.
Not coming in soon, no. Nothing in the near future.
Meantime, Jim Gordon also busy signing on to another letter. This has to do with Intel chairman.
TD, if he's in my energy, he's the one thinking of me.
Many people that were interviewed in connection to the Russia investigation. They say this, blocking these, it's disturbing, especially in light of just strides in 2019 for transparency regarding allegations that the Trump campaign colluded with Russia.
Yes, he is thinking of you. Josette, Dre won't express himself about me. What's he feeling?
Do you think they're going to get released? Well, it's amazing that they haven't been released. In the previous Congress, that Schiff himself demanded that these transcripts be sent over for declassification, and they were. And the committee had
Well, he's feeling a little bit anxious. There's anxiety around the situation. He's also feeling very nostalgic about things. And he's coming up very undecided. So he may not know what he wants right now. Maybe that's why he's not telling you. Yeah, he's a little stressed out about the situation. It's like he's got anxiety around it and he's feeling nostalgic. But on the other hand, he's like undecided and he's not sure what to do. TD. Oh, you're very welcome. Ammonia jars are really easy. This is what you do. You take a jar, a small jar, it doesn't have to be big, and whatever it is that you want to change, like let's just say, for example, you needed money. You write on a piece of paper, I have no money. And then you put it in the top of the lid, you tape it to the lid. I have no money. And then you fill the jar with ammonia, you put the lid on it and you tape it, right? And then you flip the jar upside down so the ammonia eats through the paper. So that's why you write it in the present tense and then you flip it over so that the ammonia soaks that and like disintegrates it. And it's supposed to reverse the situation. So if you say I have no money, you should come into money. They usually work pretty quickly.
This Russia collusion hoax, and it affected the election. You need to expose the wrongdoing if you want to have any fairness here. Yeah, and part of this was
Susie, does he still have feelings for me?
the book on the operation, and we remember the incredible threats that were made against her. I mean, literally physical harm threats. But in addition to that, we've been told since then.
Yes, he does. Definitely. Sarah, what did Trevor think of my Snapchat pictures?
You write in the Federalist after launching for candidacy to unseat Collins, but possibly support for due process and
working hard. That's what comes up. I don't know what that means, but he thought the pictures were working hard. And then the Emperor. The Emperor is like an authority figure. Maybe it means that he got your point, or he thought that you were, it came off strong. It could also be strong. And the Magician is here, which would be the power of manifestation. I think overall he thought that they were good. Like it was a good thing.
Joe Biden is facing an accusation, one with more substantiation than anything that was levied against Brett Kavanaugh. And
Amy, what's been on Noah's mind towards me recently?
in the Senate race have said nothing, and they have there's a really big problem on Indiana's success. The entire basis of what they kept saying over and over again is the reason why
What's been on
Susan
Noah's
Collins
mind?
was defeated. But now they are adopting that very same standard that Susan Collins has consistently stood by over the years.
He's feeling a little stuck right now. A little bit unbalanced and a little bit stuck. I would maybe give him a little bit of space, pull back a little bit. The devil is here too, which could be some kind of an earthly pleasure. I don't know if he has any kind of habits, but the devil can be some sort of an earthly pleasure that he's been playing around with, and that's been occupying his time. It can be anything: drinking, overeating, playing video games, playing anything. It can be anything, but there is something here that may be occupying a lot of his time. That's like it could be an earthly pleasure, or it could be something that he's addicted to. And addiction, you can be addicted to anything. Lifting weights in the basement, who the hell knows, whatever it is. But it looks like he's feeling a little bit stuck with the situation with you. I would give him a little bit of space. If he wants to be distant, then you pull back further, and then we'll see how he feels when you're not around so much. Yeah, you could cut off the super chats, thanks. Christy, James gets so angry and accuses Avery of stuff. Why? I don't know if I like this guy. He comes off, first of all, he comes off like he can do something hurtful. It also looks like he's very jealous. But on top of that, I mean, he could be a control freak, Emperor in reverse. He may be accusing her of things that he's actually doing and like projecting his behavior onto her. I don't know. I don't really, I don't really care for him. I don't know how you feel about him, but he looks like he could be a little jealous and controlling. I'm not crazy for it. I don't think that he's dangerous, but I think that he may be like a lot of work, that kind of a thing. And I don't know that he's so perfect that he's accusing somebody else of things. I feel like he does that as like a distraction. He tries to project what he's doing onto her, and I don't think she's doing anything wrong. Jada, general reading. Life is going to be moving forward for you quickly. Leaving things in the past that no longer work, you're on to better, greener pastures. You're moving along. Your intuition is spot on, laying down the law, no longer taking any crap. Making a decision. You got something around you. You need to make a decision about something coming up, and you may be feeling indecisive. But when you make the decision to move forward, you move forward. You also have some money coming in around you. Amy, advice on me and Noah's connection. Okay, so right now it's looking like this is like up and down. So the sun in reverse indicates that there's a delay when it comes to happiness. And he may be feeling very unprepared. He also may be feeling a little bit anxious. There's like a mini tower moment around. Tower is in reverse. It's not the biggest deal. It could be being annoyed or disappointed or some kind of an argument. And then it looks like balance, patience, compassion comes in. The Empress is here, so she's starting to treat you better, and he starts to work on things. And you're a little bit more satisfied, and the relationship gets strong again. But then it looks again like he kind of pulls back with the Knight of Cups. And then there's a slowdown again with the Knight of Pentacles, and then after that, success comes in and you start to feel better. So these hot and cold type relationships, we see them all the time. The best thing that I can suggest is to pull your energy back. I always say that to people. If you're sending text messages and you're not getting a response, if hours go by before somebody answers you, if it happens once or twice, it's fine. But if it's happening continuously, I would tell you to pull your energy back. And when I mean pull your energy back, pull it back. Don't text him. Don't send pictures. Don't do anything like that, because if somebody is being cold and distant, inundating them with text messages is not going to make it better. It's going to make it worse. So I would just pull my energy way back. If you don't hear from him tomorrow, I would not reach out to him. And if he reaches out to you the day after, I would make him wait. And when you do get back to him, don't act like you're mad at him. Just get back to him like it's no big deal. But make him wait, because he needs to feel like he may be losing you and that he can't treat you like this. Because these hot and cold relationships, up and down, back and forth, it's like, well, you don't want to continue like that. That's not fun. That's not happiness. That's like, okay, it's good for 5 minutes and then it's horrible for 60 minutes. It's good for 5 minutes and then 2 days go by and it sucks. So you want to get on a situation where things are moving even keeled and there's even respect. The problem is, like, with energy, it's like, energetically speaking, if you're continuously putting in energy to something and not getting it back, then it throws everything off balance. So the relationship can't function balanced because it's unbalanced. It's like, if I went to my next door neighbors and I ate dinner over there every day and I never reciprocated, they would be like, oh, here she is again. Like, this one's always coming over looking for a free meal. That kind of a thing. But if the energy was me going over there but bringing them dessert, right, it kind of balances things out. Well, that's how it is with everything. You want to maintain an equal balance. So if you're putting in a lot more than you're getting, you have to pull it back. Because, like, imagine, like, if you were dancing with somebody, right? You take a step forward, they take a step back. If you just kept taking steps forward, right, they would have to keep moving back. So you want to try to keep the balance there. And if you're not getting the balance back, pulling back is the only way to get it. In my experience, anyway. It's like short term, right? Like, people can get whatever they want short term if they manipulate. But it doesn't work long term. It's like, you better do this for me right now, otherwise I'm gonna tell your mother and blah blah blah. Okay, well, in that moment he may do what you want him to do, but it doesn't work long term. Threatening and manipulating doesn't work long term. Bria, why is Scrappy Spirit still around? I always say hi to him when I go into the laundry room. Well, you know what? They stay around because they believe that, like, they're connected to you, and they're connected to you so deep that they don't want to leave. If somebody wants to, I had one time, I called a psychic, and I swear to God, I don't know how this guy possibly could have looked me up, because he didn't have my last name. But he said to me, he goes, you've got a crazy dog in the spirit world that thinks you're her mother. And I laughed, and he's like, she's got funny eyes. He's like, were they blue or green eyes? No, they're blue. And he's like, was she a Weimaraner? Now, how would you know that I had a Weimaraner? Not many people have Weimaraners, but she was crazy. She was really crazy. I had her for 10 years. She only lived to be 10. But I believe that she's still here. I believe it. And I believe that every now and again, Dylan is like good karma dog. It's like, I put up with her for 10 years. She was like the worst dog ever. And then I got good karma dog because he is so good. But every once in a while, he does something out of character. And I'm like, does Caleb make you do that? Because that's something Caleb would have done. Yeah, because they believe that they belong with you. That's why. New chapter. How does George feel now that he knows that I know that he was trying to hide the fact that he bought a house? Oh, you found out for sure that he bought it? Oh, he feels stuck. Slow down. Stuck in the mud. He feels a little bit weak too. A little bit unbalanced. And a little bit like a fool. Yeah. Well, you know what? Maybe he shouldn't lie to you. Yeah, he's feeling like a dope. Darlene, is it only lust for Kevin? When will he call or text? No, I don't think that it's only lust. What I think is a lot of times, especially when somebody, and I've been in the situation myself, where if somebody has disappeared and they're with somebody else, or if this is somebody who has never really given you the whole enchilada, like you kind of had like little pieces, but it's never been a real like relationship. What I think happens is, um, when this person shows up, it kind of like puts a band-aid over like a very deep wound. And it's like it doesn't heal the wound that's there, but it puts a band-aid over it. So we constantly kind of we want to know when that band-aid is going to show up because it's healing for us, but it really has very little to do with the other person and more to do with ourselves. So if you think about it, right, and if you like consciously think about the situation, most of the time, like because I'll ask people, I'll say, well, okay, well, tell me what it is that you love so much about this person, because so far you told me that he's lied to you, he's cheated on you, he left you for someone else, he forgot your birthday. You haven't said one nice thing about him. So what is it that you love so much? Most of the time, the person can't answer, and I'm like, it's because you're not really in love with them. It's really because they are filling a hole inside you temporarily. And that wound needs to be healed from the inside out. Once you heal that wound, then you don't really even want that person anymore, because it's not about that person. It's about what was going on inside you to begin with. Because there is nothing about any one person in particular that none of us can get over. Like, we can all be hurt, we can all be heartbroken, we can be shattered, but there is nothing that we are never going to get over when it comes to the specific person. It's the wound that's inside us. So, for example, old wounds, like, what does it come down to? Well, if you go back throughout your life and you can kind of see like things that hurt deeply, like um and they're patterns that you carry through life. So for example, like I brought up before, that when I was a kid I was very small, nobody ever wanted me on their team. They were vocal about it. "Ugh, we got to get stuck with her, she sucks." I wasn't good at sports, I had asthma, I mean, I was small, it sucked, whatever. But so the idea was like I was never the chosen one, right? So I always felt like I wasn't good enough to be picked. And then that carries on through life. So when somebody shows up that for 5 minutes treats you like you're the chosen one, right? They become sort of like a temporary band-aid that heals that wound. But it's only temporary. So this is a windbag situation here for a quick question, but a lot of us are going through, have gone through the same thing, or are still going through these things where it's like, when is he going to call? When is he going to call? When is he going to call? Because whoever he is in that moment, is placing a band-aid over a wound. It's not really about him. And for years people would say that, and I never really understood it until I understood it. And then I was like, you know what, they're right. Because once that situation, right, you hear it all the time, well, I keep picking the same guy, keep ending up in the same situation with a different guy. Yes, because it's not about the guy, it's about what's going on inside us. So no, I don't think it's all about lust. I think it's more about what's going on inside you and what he represents to you and how it makes you feel in the moment that he calls. Because in the moment that he calls, if you feel like all of a sudden now you can live again, right? Then this person has a lot of power in your life. And why? Why do they have so much power? Because it feels good. Why does it feel good? Because they're desiring you for what, you know what I mean? Like it's placing it. It usually, I think for a lot of people, it comes down to feeling feeling worthy, feeling loved, feeling like, I'm important to someone, or I'm attractive to someone, or whatever it is that comes up. It's an old soul wound, and it's only really a band-aid when that person shows up. So that's what I think it is. I think that for most people, I hate to say it, want to believe in this, soulmate nonsense, when really it's just that they have work to do on themselves and they're looking for somebody else to heal that wound. And I think that everybody does it, to be honest, everybody. But anyway, how that's what I think. That's what I think it has more to do with, rather than just lust. I think that's just a component of it. When is he going to call or text? It could be sometime within the next 9 weeks. There's a 9 around it. Susie, advice on me and Steve. I mean, these are the cards: happiness and disaster. Happiness and disaster. That's what shows up here. And then it shows here strength, but with no perseverance. So not putting any perseverance in strength. It's like two sides of the coin. Personally, I think that this guy is going to be like that. I think that you're looking at the future of your relationship with him if you get back with him. I think that this is what's going to happen. He's going to continue to let you down. He's going to continue to make excuses, and he's going to continue to upset you. I can't tell you not to. I mean, if you want to keep him around, that's your choice. We have free will to do that, but I don't think that he's changing. And I don't think he's changing anytime soon. You can try to have a talk with him, but I feel like you've already had talks with him, you know, and you've already been down this road, but he keeps doing, like last week he just did it. Remember, he said he didn't think that you really wanted him to come over, so he didn't show up. I mean, it's always like he never seems to do the right thing. And I don't know that this guy is going to change, because he just keeps proving that he isn't going to. And I think that he's a lot of work. I would keep the door open for somebody else to show up. I really would, because situations like this, you know, it's like, I mean, I can't say that Gary was so much like that. Gary was kind of, he always showed up when he said he was going to, but he was the kind of asshole that, like, he would like disappear for like a couple of weeks. I wouldn't hear from him, or I would leave him a message and he wouldn't call me back, or that kind of shit. But, you know, I got to a point too with Gary where I felt like I don't be lied to anymore. You know, I don't want to give everyone the benefit of the doubt. Like, I don't want to give you the benefit of the doubt anymore. You know, like, this isn't fun anymore. This I've lost the thrill. Like, this is not fun for me anymore. And I think that I also got to a point where I was like, you know, what am I getting out of this? Like, what am I getting out of it? I don't know. I have been in situations before where people haven't shown up when they said that they were going to. I don't know. I think that you really have to do some thinking about it. Is this worth it to you? Like, what is it that you like? It's like I say to other people, what is it that you love about the situation? What is it that you want to be? Why would you want to keep him around? And think about it like that. Like, what is so important in the situation that would make you want to keep him around? Because he keeps like disappointing you. And to me, like, how many times are you going to let him do that? You know what I mean? Think about it. Josette, is he still coming this week, or has he changed his mind? I think he's still going to come. Christy, is Dina, my business partner, doing me wrong at work? Yeah, 70% chance she is, or she's not being 100% honest with you. I don't know. There's something that's not right about that situation. She seems like she's sneaky, like she does things behind your back, or she doesn't tell you everything. Yeah, I don't really trust that one either. New chapter. What does the future hold for me and George? I cut all ties with him today. there's going to be another fight and another tower moment coming up. And then after that, you may feel like you can breathe a sigh of relief and get on with your life. I'm not convinced that this here is over, but once again, this is caught in we're caught here in like a very deep pattern of breaking up and fighting and then, you know, seeing each other again. So this is another situation where you really have to figure out if you're going to keep all the ties cut and not answer when he calls again, because he will call, because you're stuck in this cycle and it's going to continue until somebody does something that really changes it. Yeah, you're in control of this, so be careful, because it's like you could be with him again next week and then next weekend be in the same situation again, fighting with him. And it can continue. All right, Dylan, I'll be right with you. Did I make it through the super chats? Lush Forest, somebody new. Okay, welcome, Lush Forest. Is the Scorpio coming back soon? I like that name, Lush Forest. Yes, Scorpio is returning. All right, Dylan, I will be right with you, I promise. Okay, I finished the super chats. Thank you all. Let me do, I think Mel is the only one left because Brandy had a problem with her phone. So I'll do Mel, and will Kim the Leo ever apologize to me? I'm only getting a 33% chance she's apologizing. The King of Swords is here, which I don't know if you guys have sharp words or had sharp words. There could be sharp words. You know, I hate to say this. I don't think she's a big enough person to apologize. I hate to say that, but 33% chance is pretty low. That's a shame. That's a shame, because I think she owes you an apology. Yes, she's the devil. I believe it. All right. Thank you all. I will see you guys tomorrow. I got to go run this guy out. He's got to pee. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.